manage videos, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Hello.
All right, we're live. Ready?
What's happening?
You win.
Welcome to Books You Never Read.
Except for those we have.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Jason.
And today we are discussing all of and the last third of Caliban's War by James S.A. We loved it. We've already decided, I think, that we want to read next Abaddon's Gate by James S.A. Corey, third in the series. So anyways, if you have not read all of Caliban's War, you should go read and then catch up with us on the replay. If you haven't read Leviathan Wakes, that's the first in the series, you should probably go read that first and then read Caliban's War and then catch us on all the replays. We have both of these books, our discussions of these books, playlisted for you in the playlist section of our channel. We are on YouTube Music as a podcast. There will be spoilers in this episode. We are on Instagram. We're on Fable to keep the conversation going between our weekly meetings. And if this is your very first time joining us, we meet almost every Sunday at 10 a.m. Central to discuss whatever book we're reading.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the show. Yeah. Hi.
Peggy had trouble finding us as well, so my apologies. I'm not sure what happened.
I don't know.
It was on our phone. We just couldn't find it on the computer.
Posted.
Yeah. Very strange.
Very strange. So, yeah, we're still waiting on Shelby, I think, if she's joining us this week. So, yeah, how odd. You're removing it? Oh, no.
Yeah, I misspelled something.
Oh, no. I don't know why the live wasn't hanging out.
Yeah, very strange.
Oh, well.
Do we have all our people? Nope.
No, we're missing Shelby. Oh, so anyways, Peggy, you were a little sensitive to reading another Goomold story. What'd you think? I'm going to need a little bit of clarification about how this all wrapped up at the end. I know some things and don't understand why, I think. Okay. Or how, or, you know.
So, first of all, this book was fantastic. That looks like you.
But it ain't.
I really enjoyed this. Like I knew I was going to have fun, but I think I made a comment yesterday to you once you finished. Like the authors just like knocked this out of the park. The pacing was good. The characters are all like enjoyable. Even our new characters. I kind of hope Bobby like rolls back around, and we
She's going home, spend time with her dad.
Yeah, I'd like to see her again, but what is happening?
I'm trying to get everything to go away so I can just have my Fable.
Hey everyone.
Oh no.
Reading on Fable is now
Oh God, this is too much.
And we've been working together.
Okay.
I'm trying to pull up the Fable so that I can like see our Fable chat. And Fable is making a mandatory update on like what they've got going on. Anyways, Shelby says it's a 9.5.
And Peggy gave it a 9.3. That's
hot. She also started reading Gods of Risk, which is that one of the little mini in-between books?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Shelby says she finished Gods of Risk this afternoon. Okay, yeah, you'll have to tell us about that. I don't know what that is. I'm considering, like, I don't know, depending on how big this next book is.
How big this next big is.
You know how I am. I've got a couple books that I've found that I'm like really excited about.
But I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm really excited about this, Abaddon's Gate.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, a lot happened.
We found May.
We found May,
which honestly, she was, as far as we know, unaltered.
Right.
Do you believe Dr. Strickland?
No.
Okay. I was going to say, he was lying, right? He's dead, right?
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay. Why'd he die?
So, Amos shot him.
Okay.
Because Prax was going to do it, and then he was like, I don't really care about revenge. I just wanted my daughter back. And Amos was like, that's cool, man. Badoom.
Okay.
Anyway. Look, was he guilty? Could he have been telling the truth? Sure. Doesn't matter.
We don't think. I mean, he was going by an alias.
Yeah, I don't know.
He got caught and then was like, Oh, that's right, because he shot that other person.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh, they've held me hostage.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a loser.
Yeah.
Like, he willingly went and picked up that kid. We saw that on the cameras.
So let's dive into some of the questions that you have.
Glad Prax is not a pedo.
Yep. Seems to be the case.
That was weird. Why'd throw that in?
Because it was a smear campaign. Right? Like, so the governments of Earth, or like when or whatever, like somebody was trying to convince everybody not to help him.
Okay, so there is my question. So we know that Aaron Wright,
Mhm.
he was responsible for the release of these monsters, right?
Yeah, he's in league with
Wynn.
Wynn, yeah.
And Wynn is dead
Yes.
because Holden shot him.
Yes.
Okay. And these are Earthers. And they were in league with Mao. Why?
Well, so Mao is also an Earther.
Right.
Yeah.
Why? Why are they doing this?
So he just had like the whole bit of like why Mao,
I mean, Mao owned Protogen. So it's all money, right?
I'm not certain that's true.
Or was a big wig in Protogen.
I don't think that's true either.
What?
He owns Mao Quick whatever, right?
Quick Trips.
Yeah, Mao Quick Trips. Quick Stop. Yeah, I don't know. That's what Mao does, and he just seems to be involved. I don't know why. I still think that it's highly likely, especially given the ending, that there is something going on with Julie,
Well,
and that might be why he is involved.
and we saw Miller.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Is
Because
that a
of that.
dream?
Nah, that's real.
Ah!
Like, or like it could be like a hallucination or something.
What a jump scare.
Yeah.
And like I saw the blue firefly. I was like, get out of there.
Yeah.
He owned Protogen. It's a subsidiary of Mao Kwiatkowski Mercantile.
Okay, I didn't know that. So, all right. So then
It was definitely alluded to.
Okay, gotcha.
If it was not explicitly stated, I understood what they were saying, that he
That he
was a
owned
big
Protogen.
wig in Protogen.
Got it.
Okay, so this is
so then he had maintained a sample because they thought Fred had the only sample.
Right.
So I guess then Mao has maintained the only sample.
Why are we mad that Fred destroyed the monsters?
So because it like triggered a hostile response from Venus.
Okay.
I think is the case.
Oh.
And because every time you kill these things and fight these things, they learn. And so now
And that's when it made giant spider thing in the space.
Yes.
Eek.
And so like
That's our new bad.
It is, yeah.
It's our new monster.
That incident, more than like any other, is what has triggered Venus to like come up out itself. And apparently try to contact Holden. Because that's what's really going on here.
Yeah.
Right?
But okay, so these monsters are like pre-earthling creatures, right? Like, I mean, they are really old, right?
No.
Okay.
They're
just lab
human
created
beings. Yeah.
Okay. I think I might have like mixed something from the movie you watched last night into this in my sleep.
Okay, so like the protomolecule
Yeah.
has been around in our solar system for probably a long time.
Okay.
But like it wasn't doing anything. It didn't have a host because it was
Okay.
on like Io or it was on one of these moons
Gotcha.
somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I understood.
Yeah.
So it's a little bacteria.
Mhm.
It has been in existence, but humans harness the power of it as they do for evil. Okay. All right.
So like what's going on, right? Like so part of my question is like I get that the protomolecule is doing like bad stuff, but like is it evil?
It's just a bacteria.
Yeah, but it seems to be more sentient than all that. Or something. Or now that it has potentially Miller and Julie's consciousnesses, then what does that mean? What does it do?
Like life finds a way, to quote, Jurassic Park. But like, is it bad that, a bacteria is killing off a bunch of humans? Well, no, it's just And I'm saying like in now times, like it's not bad. It's just doing its thing. It's reproducing and existing and trying to continue its species. But when something gains sentience, that's when like
Mm-hmm.
an entity should be able to weigh how much is my life worth against the lives of others. And do we think that the proto molecule and the goo related vomit zombies, can they weigh that at this point? And I don't know that they can.
Right.
I think that they're still very much doing what they're told until they get pushed to that point of adaptation. And then all they have is, I want to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And they throw their little explosive onto whoever's close enough to get it, to get them off of them. They haven't made it, I think, to the point of being able to weigh, oh, my life is not worth 20 of theirs or whatever, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the monsters are made to be weapons. And it seems that they just have like their programming, and like we just kind of talk about it that way and don't really understand like what that means or how it works. But they have their programming, but it's in these interactions that they seem to be learning, because they're part of like this hive mind, that they seem to be learning to remove the bombs and do other things. And like right now all they're trying to do is what, like eat and then defend themselves or fight, basically. So.
The Borg were freaking terrifying in Star Trek when that storyline came about. This collective hive mind, it was just bizarre. But there was Hugh, which was the one piece of the hive that could be contaminated to be more human. And, essentially, okay, if you haven't seen Star Trek Next Generation, you should probably like mute me. If you haven't seen it yet, good God, that was 30 years ago. But, I mean, that essentially brought the Borg down. Was this one drop of humanity into the hive. Well, we've got that with Miller, right?
Yeah, maybe with Julie. Yeah.
Maybe. Julie was an unwitting participant in all of
drops
this.
of humanity that we could give them, we gave them Miller.
Yeah. But he was very human. So that's interesting. Peggy brings out a good point. How bad do we need Jupiter?
Venus.
I mean, can't we just
class it? Yeah,
there's a gravity issue there, and I guess all the moons, but that's all gone.
Yeah.
If you are within orbiting distance of that, you are done. Yeah. So why don't we just nuke it?
Well, I think so. One thing that's interesting is that this thing definitely seems to be like all part of one situation. Like whether or not it's like one consciousness or whatever, I don't even know what that means. So like, who cares? But they are communicating faster than light, for sure, right? Because you blow up monsters out by Jupiter, and Venus knows immediately.
Yeah,
that's not possible. What's
the light speed situation here? Have they found anything yet faster than the speed of light?
No.
Okay, wow.
No, definitely not.
Wow. So definitely Mao and them. So the corruption with Earth came from money, like just like with nuclear weaponry, right? Like someone's gonna get to do it first, so we want to be the ones to do it first.
Right, yeah. So that's the whole theory, is that they're trying to create first strike weapons. So yeah, like nukes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm on board. This was very good. It impressed me throughout all 3 readings of the book, like all 3 sections, that we have an action-packed storyline, characters we actually care about. There are some characters that are very flat. Like Alex is just Alex. He's just Alex. At some point it like described his physical appearance, and I was like, oh, Alex is a little chunky, got some love handles. I don't know. Like, where did that come from? But it's because he's like maybe trying to hook up with whatever. And like, I think their bond of both being like Martians or whatever would outweigh that. Like they like each other, I think.
Well, but by the end of it, we seem to think of Amos is.
Yeah, Amos is getting in there too. So anyway, Amos is more of a character match, I think. Because Alex, again, has no character.
Yeah.
He has not been developed. But almost all the other characters are developed. We care about the science. We care about the story. Like, it's just all very well written.
Yeah. One thing that I'm interested... So, I'm going to talk about, like, characters and stuff. I think... Maybe it's Holden. Maybe it's Avasarala, which we have not talked about yet today. But at some point somebody mentions like, the masters of the proto-molecule are still out there. Yeah, like maybe, right? But like this came from somewhere. It seems to be like a created thing. So not only are we not alone in the universe because the proto-molecule exists, but they're out there. And like at what point do we get to meet them? Or like if we nuke Venus, do they show up? Can it faster than light communicate outside of the solar system?
And what would the masters of the proto-molecule be?
I don't know. Nobody knows.
Why does it have to have a master?
We think it was sent here. There's some comment in like the first book that it was like sent here.
Yep.
This all reminds me a lot of
Golly. Yeah.
of like the Alien prequels, Prometheus, and
I
I don't remember the other ones. There's a goo situation.
There's always goo.
There's always goo.
Always comes back to the goo. Oh, Peggy noticed when they found the racing ship, Peggy noticed that was Julie's racing ship from the first book, and that like she made the station go so fast because she was dreaming of flying the Razorback.
Right.
I thought that was cool. You think we're gonna see Prax after this?
I don't know. Probably not.
That's good. He's done his thing.
Yeah, he's done his thing.
And happy ending for him. He's gonna rebuild Ganymede.
Yeah, did he actually take that job?
I think so.
Okay, yeah.
I think at the end of it was like, oh.
Yeah.
And that was something he could be proud of.
Speaking of the end, and talking about like, hey, I think we should just talk about Avasarala. When she wanted to cuss around the kid but couldn't, that was very
so funny.
That was like very well written.
She's just such a great character, and I hope that I was really afraid that by the end of the reading she would not be with us.
Mm-hmm.
The goodbye that her husband wrote her was just powerful, and I was just like devastated. I was like, please don't die. I just love her character.
Yeah, I'm glad she lived and got to get back with her husband and everything.
But no longer on Earth?
No. So the thing they were doing was like on the moon or something. But like she's going back to Earth.
Okay.
Yeah. I think part of the reason that they had to do all that on the moon was because Prax and Naomi, not that Naomi mattered for this, like can't go down to Earth because of the gravity. Talking about like family while we're at it, Holden's mom, one of them, has like all the secrets about this whole situation too, right? And so like that should come around again. Like you don't just like pass off like a that's like his nuclear option.
Yeah.
Because that's his favorite thing, is to blab his mouth and tell everybody.
Yeah.
So.
I'm with him on that. I like for all the cards to be on the table. I don't like any secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah, if May is infected, I guess Prax will be back. I kept waiting for some kind of indication that she might be. How did she make it so far, so long, without being exposed to it? I don't understand.
Well, I mean, they were controlling. They were controlling who, like they were like injecting it, let's say, or whatever.
But they had only a handful of kids.
Yeah, but they launched hundreds of monsters. And so, first off, they only had a handful of kids from Ganymede. They might have found other people. Or, it could just be soldiers. It could have been, like, highly volatile. They could have shot them all up right then and then blasted them into space, Who knows? So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and Holden and Naomi, like, together again, so that's nice.
Yeah, Prax said that the Belters having babies is very complicated, that the odds of a successful, a successfully healthy, child would not be possible. So, complications. I don't care about Naomi and Holden, really.
No.
I'm happy for them that they have each other. I'm happy that Holden has someone to remind him, like, hey, you're being an idiot. Like, he needs that. But if they don't work out,
yeah,
I hope she stays around because she's a cool engineer. And she's smart. She's very good. She'd be better without Holden, I think.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, I mean, like, and if I were going to have to, like, rate the underdeveloped characters, Alex is at the top.
Yeah.
But I think Naomi's kind of in there,
Mhm.
you know, because really all we get about her is that she doesn't like, in this book especially, is that she complains about like what Holden has become, and rightfully so. I have no issue with that. But like she doesn't get her own.
Other than some like physical, again, the physical descriptions of
Yeah.
undeveloped characters.
Yeah,
That's
but,
the
like,
last
Amos
thing
is
I
doing
want
a
to
thing.
know.
Prax is,
Yeah.
or Avasarla, right? They all have
Yeah.
character, you know?
Yeah.
But and not that Naomi doesn't, but and not that Alex doesn't, but like they are probably the more underdeveloped ones.
And I don't remember in the first book, but like this book was split between perspectives, and that was kind of cool because one would pick up where the other one left off. So you saw like one situation from multiple vantage points. I'm pretty sure that's how the first book was too.
Yeah.
Did Naomi have her own chapters in the first book? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
So maybe like as this continues, like maybe she'll have a book where she gets her own chapters and things like that.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I don't want to lose Bobby.
Yeah, I want Bobby to stay on the ship. I
Yeah.
want to keep doing this.
I don't want to lose Avasarla.
We won't. Even if she doesn't get like her own chapters, she'll be around. You know?
Yeah. The chapter where Amos asks Prax about the truth of his level of abuse and stuff. I was a little nervous where that was going, and Peggy pointed this out in Fable as well. Like she said, say it louder for the folks in the back. Some guys do stuff and that makes them bad. It's easy. You know, like, yes, it does make them bad if he did that. Like we're not, like Amos was just saying that to trick Prax into confessing.
Yeah.
And then Prax is like, wait a minute, you'd be okay with me? No.
I liked that. Like it was like uncomfortable and awkward. It kind of like takes you out of like what is going on at the moment.
The conversation that needed to happen.
Yeah, but it does something to build Amos's character where he's like, I'm not just here doing the mission, right? Like I'm not just a mercenary. It really reinforces the fact that he wants to do the right thing. And he'll kill anybody, whatever, you know.
Oh, we got like a little background check on each of them. Who has a kid that they don't know about? Is that Alex? It's Alex. That's funny. Our little dud of no personality.
Shelby says Naomi is going to lose it when Miller strolls in. That's funny. Yes, she will. And like, what a crazy cliffhanger. Like, I just gotta know.
And what, can he teleport? Like, what the heck?
I have a feeling like he's not real. Like this is part of the faster light communication or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or it's just very much how like Julie was very real to him. You know, the imaginings of it. Like maybe Holden has been a little overexposed.
Yeah. You know, we mentioned maybe last week or on the Fable or something, you know, we didn't talk about the fact that like Venus took apart that ship and like stripped it all down. And like, and so like that's part of the concern is like now that it knows how the ship works and it can like take them apart and it understands, like, what are you even supposed to do about that, you know? And so I think that was part of the issue with Fred blasting all these things out of the sky, is that like it taught the molecule something. We never check back in with Fred or anybody after that, right? Like nobody's like, bro, what's up with that? You know, and like he did the right thing, I guess, because like they were all heading to Mars and somebody had to do it.
And what did they think? That it was just going to burn up in the atmosphere? Like, what was Earth waiting for?
I think they were waiting for, I think everybody was waiting for them to get closer to Mars so that they could like for sure shoot them down. They couldn't like dodge it, I guess, or something. But like when they passed through the belt, they just went ahead and did it. Yeah. I'm not sure about that. Shelby asks, do we think Fred messed up by attacking the goo? Does his attack make him the next target? Where's the goo fleet going next? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even sure that would really understand like the differences between like factions. You know, like I don't know. And so, yeah, I mean, that's a good question. And I mean, all this going on, you know, Fred said he isn't the one who did this. I believe him. That doesn't mean he's not doing something. So I'm just pointing that out. We still might end up in a situation where Fred has this thing.
Yeah.
And especially now that he knows it's out there and people are doing things, like you were saying about nukes, like why not
Mm-hmm.
start playing with this thing?
Yeah, I was a little worried about the goo getting on Bobby. She got the vomit brown stuff on her.
Yeah.
Oh, and that was a real tense moment too when Holden was trying to rescue Larson, who we don't know nor care about. And that didn't work out. Larson's suit got a cut in it and the goo was on him. Shucks.
Mm-hmm.
Thought we were losing Holden for a minute.
Yep. Shelby asked, does it need more kids to keep making monsters? And so I don't think so, because the protomolecule wasn't making monsters. We were. And it seems to be willing to take like anybody, more or less, because it's not trying to keep them in any, it's trying to use them for its own purposes.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, there might be, the whole point of using the kids is that they don't become too unhuman.
Mm.
Somehow, right? They can
They
take on the
couldn't
molecule.
fight off,
and,
yeah.
I don't know, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think reading the next one is the right call, and then we'll play the next one by ear.
Whoops! The whole rest of the year is just the Expanse.
But yeah,
yeah, yeah. Everyone in the epilogue was like, oh, "What?"
I mean, I really thought like, okay, cool, we're wrapped up. Whatever. And then they just dropped Miller on us.
Well, in the way that like you and Peggy were both like, "Yeah, we're reading the next book," I was like, "Okay, well, we've got May, so
What could possibly happen?"
yeah." I was like, "There's nothing. This is good."
Yeah.
The visual of the big spider protomolecule thing, just like all the ships away from it in space, that was wild.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good visual.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we have like we finally have like a real big bad, right? Like the enemy now is not us, you know?
Yeah.
Because even in the first book, like we were experimenting. In the second book, we are experimenting. Now,
And it's Earthers versus Belters versus Fred versus
Right.
yeah, but yeah, so will all the entities and cosmic bodies join forces to get rid of this big bad? Are we just gonna bomb Venus out of it? Like, what are we gonna do?
yeah. All right. So one of our members asked if the protomolecule is an analogy for AI, and I don't think so, but I think you could do that.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely think you could do that. Something that we don't understand that we're playing with builds itself. We're teaching it everything to know about us.
Yeah.
You know, so not only is the Prometheus movie kind of like this, but there's one of the later Ender's Game books sort of has this alien virus concept going on.
Yeah, she was eating those little pistachios to what she thought was the very end.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I love that Holden's like, I mean, you shouldn't be eating during like space war, but like,
Whatever.
I guess the filter will clean out the shells.
Yeah.
Just one pistachio at a time. Mm-hmm. Taking on monsters and politics, one pistachio at a time. Mm-hmm. And her tea withdrawals, that made me laugh. She was just the best character here.
Yeah, she's a lot
honestly.
Of fun. And the casting they did on the show, like I don't remember a whole lot about the show. I remember her.
Yes, she is an iconic actress, though. I mean, like you don't forget any role that she plays.
I don't know that I've ever seen her in anything else. I might have, but I just can't think of it. Well,
is that it?
I feel like we've really broke it down, but this is kind of a halfway point for us. This is like episode 2.
Right.
Because we have another book.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think I'm about tapped out.
Okay.
All right. So, since we are reading the third book in the Expanse series, Abaddon's Gate, we will be putting out a syllabus for that today. We'll be meeting next Sunday. Yep. And the 2 Sundays after that to do this next book.
Yeah, we'll break it into thirds. So if you need to just go ahead and get started and you don't want to wait on me,
Yeah.
go ahead.
You can generally figure it out.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see y'all next time.
Happy reading.
Bye.